Modern automotive control systems are made up of electronic sensors, actuators, and computer modules to regulate powertrain and vehicle support systems. The onboard automotive computer has many names. It may be called an electronic control unit, electronic control module, electronic control assembly, or a controller, depending on the manufacturer and the computer application. The Society of Automotive Engineers Bulletin J 1930 standardizes the name as a powertrain control module. The PCM coordinates engine and transmission operation, processes data, maintains communications, and makes control decisions to keep the vehicle operating. The PCM can undergo self-tests, set and store diagnostic trouble codes, and communicate with technicians using a scan tool. Automotive computers use voltage to send and receive information. Voltage is electrical pressure and is used as a signal. Computers convert input data into voltage signal combinations representing number combinations. Computers process input voltage signals by computing what they represent. The data is delivered in computed or processed form. There are 4 basic functions that every computer operates. Those are: input, receives voltage signals from sensors; processing, performs mathematical calculations; storage, includes short-term and long-term memory; output, controls an output device by either turning it on or off. Input functions. The computer receives a voltage signal from an input device, which can be a simple button, switch, or sensor. Sensors transmit information in the form of voltage signals. Before using the signals, they undergo input conditioning, which includes amplifying small voltage signals. Input conditioners are usually inside the computer, but some sensors have their own conditioning circuitry. A digital computer converts analog input signals to digital bits through an analog-to-digital converter circuit. Processing. The term processing is used to describe how input voltage signals received by a computer are handled through a series of electronic logic circuits maintained in its programmed instructions. These logic circuits change the input voltage signals, or data, into output voltage signals or commands. Storage. Storage is the place where the program instructions for a computer are stored in electronic memory. Computers have 2 types of memory. Those are: permanent memory is called read-only memory, ROM, and temporary memory is called random access memory, RAM. Read-only memory, ROM. Computers can read data stored in ROM but cannot change it. ROM data is retained even when the computer is powered off. Part of the ROM is built into the computer, and the rest is located in an integrated circuit (IC) chip called a programmable read-only memory (PROM) or calibration assembly. Some ROM chips are erasable, allowing for program changes. These chips are called erasable programmable read-only memory, meaning that the program in the chip can be reprogrammed by using a scan tool and the proper software. This computer reprogramming is usually called reflashing. Temporary memory is called random access memory, RAM, because the computer can write or store new data into it as directed by the computer program, as well as read the data already in it. Automotive computers use 2 types of RAM memory. Those are volatile RAM memory and non-volatile RAM memory. Volatile RAM memory is lost whenever the ignition is turned off. However, a type of volatile RAM called keep alive memory, CAM, can be wired directly to battery power. This prevents its data from being erased when the ignition is turned off. System trouble codes are commonly stored in RAM and can be erased by disconnecting the battery. Non-volatile RAM memory can retain its information even when the battery is disconnected. One use for this type of RAM is the storage of odometer information in an electronic speedometer. Output functions. After the computer has processed the input signals, it sends voltage signals or commands to other devices in the system, such as system actuators. An actuator is an electrical or mechanical output device that converts electrical energy into a mechanical action. Vehicles can have multiple computers known as modules or controllers. These computers can communicate with each other and control each other through their output and input functions. The output signal from one computer system can serve as the input signal for another computer system through a data network.